Part 2 of the IELTS speaking test is slightly more challenging than Part 1. But it gives you a chance to really show off your speaking skills in a way that Part 1 doesn't. As I mentioned before in a video, in Part 2 you'll be given a topic card with 4 cues telling you to describe something. As you're describing something, this is your opportunity to show the examiner you can use descriptive language such as adjectives and adverbs. There will be 1 minute to prepare, and you must speak for between 1 and 2 minutes. There is no way to predict the exact topic you'll get in this part of the test. But the topic you have to talk about will definitely fit into one of 6 categories. If you know these 6 categories, you can focus your preparation more effectively and hopefully feel more comfortable when you're in the test and speak more fluently with confidence. So, I'm just going to go through the 6 categories and give a couple of examples of each to help you understand exactly what might be required in this part of the test. The first category we're going to look at is the person category. This is a very common topic. The topic card you get may ask you to describe a person. This will always be one person, not 2, not 3, but 1. Your speaking must be focused on the one person you choose to talk about. I've heard students get this kind of topic card and talk about more than one person. But as you'll see in these tasks, you're asked to talk about a person. To respond effectively, you must focus on this individual and no one else. The task will not just say, describe a person. That is far too general. It will be much more specific. You might see something like, describe a friend you spent a lot of time with at school. Or, describe a famous person you admire. So, clearly our preparation can involve building up ideas about different kinds of people you can describe and vocabulary you can use to do this. The next category is place. Again, this is always singular. One place, not 2 or 3. The task will also be more specific. An example of this is describe a city you have been to that you would like to go back to. Or describe a place you often go to relax. So, over our preparation time, we can be thinking about language used to describe places clearly and effectively, creating a detailed picture of the place in the mind of the examiner. Another category is object. Now, there seems to be a pattern here. It's one object, not more than one. In fact, all tasks are focused on a single thing, and therefore your speaking must be focused in this way. Let's just have a look at a couple of examples of object tasks. One I've seen before is describe something you own that is important to you. Another task that has come up before is describe a present you gave to someone. So once again, we can prepare ideas and language to describe objects. Another category is event. This type of task will ask you to talk about something often significant that has happened in the past. The tasks are often about celebrations or festivals, but sometimes it can be a bit more unpredictable. You could get a task like this. Describe an important historical event in your country. Or maybe you'll see one like this. Describe a big public event you have attended. This category might be a bit more difficult to prepare for, as it depends on the type of event you're asked to speak about. But you can certainly come up with lots of ideas for different events to describe. And then, if you get a task like this, you will have a few ideas in your head that match the task you're given. The next category is activity. This kind of task usually asks you to describe something you do for a hobby. But again, the task can vary a bit and can often be unpredictable. The more ideas you have for this category before you go into the test, the better you can deal with the task. A couple of examples of this type of task are: describe something you do for fun in your free time. Or describe a hobby you would like to take up in the future but have never tried before. The final category we're going to look at is favorite. So, you will be asked to talk about something you really like, which should make it quite easy. Tasks that I've seen before ask you to talk about your favorite movie or book. Let's quickly look at a couple of specific examples. Describe your favorite website. And describe your favorite dish to eat from your country. You should really have plenty of ideas to talk about when thinking about favorites, but the key here is building up effective vocabulary to describe those things. So, we've covered the 6 categories of task for part 2. Person, place, object, event, activity, and favorite. Now we know the type of tasks we're going to be given in part 2, we can start thinking about how best to prepare for and approach the task. Thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss any future videos.